And now we're going to talk about avoiding burnout. And we can avoid this from poor time management. Burnout is defined as fatigue, frustration, or apathy, resulting from prolonged stress, overwork, or exhaustion. So, really we need to make sure that we're making time to not make time. And we're making sure we have some personal me time. And here are some skills and some ways to achieve that. So we're going to tell the difference between efficiency and exhaustion. A lot of times, those two cross each other's path. But to get the best work performance and the best sane performance is to make sure that they don't cross paths. And so this is why time management is so important. And we're going to look at how we can manage our workload and our social calendar, and so that we're not so fatigued. Well, there are some very distinct signs of burnout. And that is when we notice ourselves or someone else have depression, anger, or if they're prone to illness. And we need to make sure that we're very aware of these signs. And sometimes they can be gradual and sometimes they can be immediate. And we need to make sure that we schedule time to not make time. So what really is time management? Time management is stress management. There are so many problems that can be caused because we did not manage our time well. Heart disease, sleep problems, digestive problems, depressions, even obesity. We need to make sure that if we see any of these symptoms, that we decide to take care of ourselves or others if they have those symptoms. So how can we find some ways to not have that stress and make some me time? Well, for instant relaxation, there are 4 general steps that can be taken. And the first one is just to focus on your breathing. Breathe comfortably. And there's a very positive thing that happens to your body when you smile. Also, if you think about and you speak a pleasant word when you breathe out, you'll start to feel better. And like your shoulder or maybe in your head, but relax a tight muscle. That will release some of that stress that we're putting on ourselves. Also, if we rub our palms together and we allow ourselves to kind of ease up from the stress, we'll feel better. And also we could take a mini vacation and just close your eyes and just think of yourself in a place that you just love to be, and imagine the sights and the sounds and sensations. And it's a very good technique. So if you do find yourself being stressed out, go ahead and take a mini personal vacation. It doesn't cost any money. Well, here's a good way to manage stress is to actually provide this test for yourself. And you don't have to do it at the very same time of the day. And you don't have to do the same actions, but if you look at this chart, you'll see a flow of energy. You'll see day 1, you'll consider why you do a particular item. Day 2, you'll set aside some time, a little more time than usual, to give thought to your action. Day 3, you might decide to have someone help you with that action. Day 4, you can try a new way of accomplishing the task. And within day 5, you use all that information and you develop the activity altered and you try it again. And day 6, you just take time for yourself when you're doing that activity. And test yourself and see how your body reacts to that and how your stress levels react to that. Well, we've been armed with a lot of time and stress and coping techniques to make us very skilled in managing our lives and in working with our family and our coworkers and all of everything in between. So I encourage you, take what you've learned, relax, and find time for what is important to you.